This video was meant for a different channel, but because it ended up being so hilarious, I decided to upload it here. So I just came across an old video of mine where the challenge was that I'm only allowed to buy cursed items or weapons in the game. And because it was actually so boring, I turned down the challenge. Like, I tried it a bunch of times and it failed horribly, but the bigger issue was you pretty much didn't play the game a lot. As in, you go into the shop, you lock something, you go to the next wave, you come back, nothing is cursed, you go into the next wave, nothing is cursed, and so on. So today I wanna do it, but without the mod that I used in that video, because I deemed this all too boring. Didn't you... Okay, you start with this, but it's not cursed. Oh god, that's why this is so horrible. Now what I could do is, we could go for the Ghost Scepter. That is a very good weapon, cursed. It will also have enough damage and give me HP. But I think for the first run, we'll go for the SMG and try it out. Now this will probably... There we go. I will probably go for multiple attempts. And I'm not using any mods right now that influence anything about the game. So we obviously have a normal experience, right? Otherwise it would be a little bit of a meme to go for a challenge, but I changed something about how the game behaves. We have the damage overlay, that is totally fine, we know easily what happens in the game, but it doesn't change anything about what we are doing. Now this character scales with your weapon and pet damage, with your curse. You give 35% of your curse to your weapons as damage, and oh, we also have pets now, right? We also gain 1 curse per level up, we lose range and experience gain. What did we get, by the way? 2 elites. Oh, that's evil. I will go for 1 armor. Yeah, funny. Let's lock you. We have to be very... interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Hello? Sure. Why not? We don't need the money either way, like we should be fine. Because it will take a very long time that we can curse something in the shop. And the last item I just wanted to have, because if it fails, like if all of them fail, it counts as 1 bonus item that increases the pity chance of our fishhook. Like every single time you fail to curse an item, the pity chance goes up by 25% of your curse chance. So in this moment it's 5% per failed item unless it works out. Did I already accept an item? No. Oh, you're cursed. Right, I kind of forgot about that. So I will do 1 roll. The range damage would actually not be bad to bridge this a bit, but I will go for HP. No, that's funny. That's it's not really the worst item, but it's not a good item. Okay. I mean, if you get cursed, it would be insane, but this is looking horrible. We have 1 weapon. Now, do you understand what I was talking about? That this is a horrible start? It's just not fun. And I do enjoy challenges, but only if I can do a storytelling with the challenges, you know, an exciting video, a fun video. Because it's also important that I enjoy what I'm doing, or otherwise you won't have fun, because I'm gonna be a downer. That doesn't mean I can't be frustrated, I'm actually more than fine with that. But I literally just mean, if I don't enjoy it anymore at all, I'll just be like, yeah, cool, amazing, wow, can't believe it, I can't believe it. Okay, that is good. So we wanted to have the fast firing weapons, because they make more use of our curse scaling. I will take you, or keep you, but we are mainly looking for SMGs. Right, we have you, so you need to be combined away. Technically speaking, I think I could have argued that I can keep it. We are allowed to buy weapons, but only to upgrade stuff, and this is probably not really good, actually. Yeah, if you get that curse. But yeah, I'm allowed to buy, for example, a basic revolver that is uncursed, but only to upgrade our cursed revolver. I really hope I never accidentally take an item out of the loot crates. Now, if that happens, I do have a recycle mod installed that I always use. If I make that mistake, we are not gonna be too strict about this. I will just recycle it then. That's the same thing as if it came out of a crate, okay? Identical story, but it's just to fix a mistake that happened. Well, what do we do if it's something that affects something in the game? Is there something like that? I can't even think. Why do we get so many trees? I can't even think of something that immediately has an impact. Like, even harvesting happens. There are some that change something in the game, though. Nah, I'm sure it will be fine. That is a... Nothing at all happened. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. We go for a little bit of lifesteal. But this is why I have stuff like that, you know? Because I know myself. Because I know sooner or later I will just talk, I will forget about it, I'll mess it up. That red only scales with HP usually, and it's kind of horrible on anyone but the Beastmaster, but in our case, we actually have a ridiculous curse scaling. One big flaw of this entire thing is, when you get more cursed to deal more damage, that's nice, but more of the enemies will be cursed, and on some waves, you will just get messed over by the cursed enemies that spawn. You know, sometimes they are super easy to deal with, but other times they are ridiculously powerful. And we'll see what we do here, what we achieve. Now, pets are a new thing in the game, and I think they may actually carry us, because I don't have to go to the enemies, and the red is probably the best pet in there. More armor is very good. Okay, you got cursed. I can just buy you, and I would say we ignore you for now. That is a cursed weapon, but we don't really care. That is a cursed weapon, but we don't really care. This would actually be fine. Even though it doesn't scale with this. Okay, that is another red. I love it. Let's look for one more thing. I do like luck a lot. Yeah, we will just take the luck. Because luck is consumable healing. Luck is bonus tree. But it's not bonus trees. But it's that you get more crates out of the trees. Also more crates out of the enemies. And one thing that is very important is, in the shop, we need to see very good things. So if we have more luck, we'll see better things. Then we can keep it locked. And what may even happen is, we fall completely behind and we barely manage to win. And the only reason why we won is because for 3 turns we had something like the Giant's Belt locked or an insane item. And that allowed us to win the game. Okay. Now the good news is the whistle effect is not in the game. Like some of these effects, when you buy them, like the caterpillar for example, the loot worm that collects loot for you, they stay in the game. But if you, like, you would need to hear a... You know, that sound would happen, and then you know that the item got triggered. But it didn't happen so far. Recycling machine, we don't really care about that. That is... okay. Sure. You may notice I'm not the biggest fan of it. But now I can focus on armor to increase our HP, and I think that's a good thing to do. So, yeah, one big issue of the character is we're constantly losing range. This is why we are going for guns. I mean, let's be honest, if you barely have any stats, like you can't buy a lot to make yourself stronger, you don't want to play a melee weapon. The only exception could have been maybe the scissors, because you heal so much. But you still lose the range, so you have to be even closer to enemies than normal. But the big thing that hurts is that we are losing experience gain. There are 2 ways to combat that. One that I usually do is I buy a lot of experience gain, but only because I know we are going into endless. The alternative is you just completely ignore it. You pretend it doesn't exist, and you need to make up with items for that you get less level ups and less stats out of that. Doesn't really work in our case here. So, yeah. Oh, 30 range, I'll take that, sure. That is beautiful, that is beautiful. I want you to be cursed. I don't care about you. This one is not bad because the bonus damage applies on each of them, but that is insane. I will attempt the bunny again. In fact, we already have one of them. Shackles is also insane. Well, but that's only bonus range and that's also it. You are so good, holy moly. So just a few rolls, there is nothing in there, let's just continue. The range damage is technically worth it, but take a look at our weapons, 17 damage. They don't actually get more curse scaling. Oh. So we only scale more with range damage, which we don't build up. That's kind of funny. That's actually kind of really funny. I didn't consider that. Oh, that makes this whole thing so much worse. But hey, we have 2 reds, okay? And they are cursed, and they are powerful, and lovely. And do they deal 24 damage? 24? 25. Okay, that is solid. Do I take a loot worm? Like, do I care about a loot worm if we come across it? The only real benefit is that it would destroy the trees, but I don't think we care enough to lock that in the shop. Like, we're not just talking about, is it worth the money? But is it worth locking a shop slot and also possibly wasting a curse that could have went to another item onto the loot worm, and for that I just don't think it's worth it. Now, honestly, this run is kind of cool. This is not how my experience was in the past, but we also got really lucky, and pets got added to the game. Beautiful, beautiful. The pierce damage is really low, so I would like to have one of them. 6 HP regeneration is a lot. I will take that because it also gives us curse, which is bonus damage. Ooh. But we already have pierce. Yeah, we don't need more of that. You're not bad. No, you're horrible. Come on. Okay, that is good. It will get... I still have this thing locked in the shop, by the way, since ages. I don't think we will use it. Maybe we'll use it. The issue is we don't really benefit out of upgrading our weapons because the curse scaling doesn't go up. So the only benefit we can get is, for example, we shoot more bullets, which I think the weapon does that is in the shop. For this weapon that we currently use, I think it gets more attack speed the higher... Yeah, we can just check it out. So 0.13, 0.13. Okay. And the accuracy goes up. I honestly don't care. I'm currently considering if I just skip out on the weapons in the shop, because we don't need to upgrade our weapons. They barely change, like +1 damage is not worth the money. Like, because I intended to combine them and then get new weapons, but I think we're just at peak. We don't need more. We will just stick to this. We will max out the curse as much as we can with items, because the moment we combine weapons, they will lose us curse, right? Like two curse weapons give us a lot of curse. We combine them to one and buy a new one. Pretty much the same story. We got nothing. Even though we spend so much money, that is beautiful. Yeah, so, oh wow. So I will not do this. Oh, but one of them would be quite good. You get attack speed, but you don't get more bullets. But when it's curse, it gets more bullets. Let's keep it in there. There was a beautiful item, by the way, and I totally forgot about that. So we can still upgrade you. Because when we upgrade this, let's check out what changes. What? That doesn't really matter. Well, I tried it. I tried it. Okay, sure. Oh, another revolver. Yeah, nothing really changes about you. I mean, you have 52 damage, which is kind of nice. It has a high range damage scaling. So maybe what I'll do is I'll focus a bit on range damage. This is bonus experience gain. You know what? Oh, but it has bonus knockback as well. And only... Nah, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. That we don't get a lot of level ups is very concerning. But I want one of the weapons in the shop there, that we have the multi-shot, and I believe cursed, instead of 4 bullets, it's 6 bullets. And that is what's really so insane about it. Not that it has a little bit better range damage scaling, but that it makes more use of our curse stat, because we shoot so many bullets at once. Now, one very concerning thing is, on the next wave we have to fight elites. Usually I reset this until I get horde waves, mostly because it's more fun, but also because many of these challenges, fun challenges, they can't compete with the elites, like they can't kill them. And then the run is just over, and then I replay infinitely until I finally get a run where we can deal with the elites. But the problem is, if you just wait for the top tier runs, then all of those fun, struggling runs, they never get to exist. And that's also boring. If you, like, imagine you watch a video, right? Like a hardcore challenge. Someone tells you, this is a hardcore challenge. You sit back with your popcorn, you'll be like, Dex will suffer a lot. On wave 4, I roll into, I don't know what, like a best purple item in the game and win the game because of that. That's not a lot of fun. Okay, you were not supposed to be in the game. It doesn't matter, because fun enough now, a game-changing mod just made the game worse. Like, it didn't make it better. Okay, I'll do it. Listen, I made the entire talk about the experience, you know, but the problem is I would really like to level up to get bonuses. Now, I will try to kill the boss here. This is usually something I don't want to do if I do, like, challenges. But if we manage to do this, we will get so many items, like such a good item. Many of the, well, the red item has to be cursed. I mean, just curse the item, right? It's not that hard, just give me a cursed item. Come on, mate. Just casually a cursed retromation hoodie. Giant's belt? Well, we don't level up a lot, so I can't really make use of the Giant's belt, you know, to get the crit for it. What is an always... Don't be torture. Don't be torture. If I get a cursed torture, I'm gonna go completely crazy. Why? Because Brotato is such a main game on my channel, you know, that I constantly play, I'm automatically used to stop talking when I know I'll do a cut because nothing will happen. Yeah, okay, let's recycle that. I could have also banished it. Holy moly, you are 10%, that is insane. That is also good, the weapon just doesn't want to happen. Can no longer be upgraded or recycled. Yeah, let's commit. I'm totally fine with that. Did I mess up? No, all is good. So we can't buy this because we have the nod, but we already figured out it doesn't really matter. That is so much HP. I shouldn't do this. Dex, you idiot. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't want that. There's no way we'll reach enough dodge for that. But all of like the stuff that has happened so far is only with a 20% fish hook. 28%, I mean. Well, but that is like slightly more than a 1 in 4, slightly less than a 1 in 3, you know. So it's not unheard of, but I had many runs where after 5 waves, I only managed to curse 1 weapon. 5 waves, 1 weapon. In this case here, we are also locking a lot. I guess it helps a lot that we have the reroll items, right? Because that's free money, and we can just roll a bunch. One thing I would have loved to see would have been the piggy bank, because if we early on lock the shop, because we have 4 free items in there, and I decide to not roll anymore, then we just get bonus money on the money that we have, with the big downside, what do we spend it on, right? We don't really get to spend it. I'm getting a bit concerned here, because I'm about to give the enemies more HP and damage, though it's just a tiny bit, because the 10% gets reduced as a negative effect when it gets cursed from the black flag. So it shouldn't be a big deal, and we get so much more money that we can't spend on anything. On rolls. Of course. You know what, I'll go for the dodge. I should probably also go for more damage. Okay. Sure, buddy. I don't even care if that gets cursed, by the way. Like, the ultimate meme would now be that only the fishhook is cursed, nothing else. This would be such a typical Dex moment. And on the next shop, nothing at all gets cursed. And then we have like a I don't know, a 60% chance. It's actually more. 48% right now, so if we lock 4 items, it will be doubled, because each is 25% of the base chance that we have. So it would be 96% after that, and then imagine still nothing gets cursed. That would be the ultimate Dex moment, but usually Dex moments are actually not that sophisticated that you just say what is the least likeliest thing to happen. It's more like what is the most evil thing that can happen, the most fun thing that can happen. That is my luck that I have. But evil fun. Not fun, evil fun. Like, for example, I play 100 rounds to get a cursed, I don't know, like a cursed retromation hoodie out of a chest on the boss on wave 11, you know? And it never happens, and on the next round, like, I do a different challenge idea that is just instantly cursed, that is beautiful. I do a different challenge idea. Yeah. Okay, so the good thing is the secondary scenario will not happen because I calculated that with the base curse chance of the fishhook, but obviously because we curse it, it's more, so now it can't fail again. If all of it fail, well, actually it can still fail right now. But it can't fail afterwards again, because it would already be at 100% for one of the items at least. Do you understand now what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I have to deal with in this game? And, like, if it happens once or twice, you know, you'd be like, ah, that's just odds. You know, that happens. No, 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 this is every single time I play. Every single time. I even make shorts about... I make shorts about that. Shorts. You never see me make shorts, unless it's something that is ridiculous. Like, I make like 5 shorts a year or so. Most of these shorts are always about Brotato. Because of this. I think Brotato was actually the entire reason why I started, because I had like such favorite moments that I wanted to watch again, and YouTube is, funny enough, the best option there for me, like to save it there. But now you just want to mess with me, right? Now you really just want to mess with me. Like, this is absurd. This is completely absurd. I refuse. And there's the piggy bank, cool. Yeah, but it's wave 40, we don't care. Like, I actually can't believe that right now. I really can't believe that right now. Enemies have a 20% chance to explode for 58 damage. You know what? I never used that. I will just take it and see what happens. We don't need more experience gain. I mean, our experience gain is horrible, but listen, we are late in the game. This is not a moment where I build up stuff. We only take that because it gives us bonus curse, which is bonus damage. This would actually be quite ridiculous. Sure. Do we have enough lifesteal? Not really. That would be insane cursed. Nah. I thought about it for a moment, but I don't think so. Okay. Well, next boss fight. I don't remember if it got stronger. I don't see its HP as well. Okay, well, we are really strong. Yeah, I guess we keep getting stronger just because we have more curse. We have 1 at 8 by now, which is, like on a fast-firing weapon like this. It's ridiculous to have this much bonus damage just on it. Usually you would have to grind for so much range damage, right? Because it doesn't even fully scale with range damage. I think usually it's 50% uncursed. That means to get the same damage bonus that we have with the curse right now, we would need like 66 range damage, which is nothing you get in one run. You can forget about that. Maybe if you get absurdly lucky and curse a bunch of stuff and have a huge amount of money, you know, then of course it can happen. But generally speaking, this will not happen. So, I would say this run here is by far the best run I've ever had. Maybe the rats really carry this, but I don't think so. We just got absurdly lucky with all kinds of things. But at the same time, you gotta admit this is probably not what would happen in most of the other runs, because they were just utterly boring. Like, ridiculously boring. But maybe I also didn't try it often enough and had like the worst luck in the game, and then I just deemed it as impossible. Did I ever mess up? Okay, I didn't. I have to check this every single wave. Like, I don't know why I wait so long. I'm telling you. The most fun outcome. I will take you, but I don't really care all too much. Can we maybe have something cursed? Speed would actually also be nice. I'll take that. That is a weapon. Very ironic. Can I maybe have something... Okay. Can I have something cursed that is not a weapon and an item that actually helps us? But now you just want to mess with me or what? Like, you want to tell me immediately 2 items appeared and now there's just nothing. That is a lot of stats. If that gets cursed, that would be huge. Yeah, this game just likes to mess with me. I can't change it. It is what it is. Okay, I put my hand away for a moment to do something, and that just happened. How about we make sure they die? I don't want them to hatch. Sometimes I do that just to get more money out of them, but I think money is really not a concern in this run. The only thing we really need money for is the occasional red item, but for this we earn more than enough. And the main other reason is for the level ups, but I don't think we... Yeah, we increase our experience because you lose 5 on the character and you gain plus 10. But it's not a lot, is my point. Yeah, well. Again, this is usually the moment where I make a cut because the rest of the wave is like I have nothing anymore to say. And you will just see me kill the same enemies again and again and again. And if something spicy happens, which sometimes does, then obviously you get to see it again. It's not like you missed that just because I decided I'll skip at this point. Because I'm still recording, I still have to play the game. Like, I think that makes sense. I hope. 750 is absurd. I would like to have more armor, but percent damage is ridiculously low. And percent damage has a nice. Very nice. Okay. I swear, if you spawn an elite on the elite wave, so I have to deal with 2 elites, I'll finish you off. You know what? I will take this because now I really would like to have the level ups. And we can easily afford... we can easily afford it. That is also a very big reason why. I can't buy it. I thought there's not that much cruelty that the game can do to me at this point. But I forgot this can happen. At least it wasn't a destroyer. But like... I talked about this in the latest video I uploaded. In that video, we got the sniper gun 3 times. And then, after I still didn't take it, it showed up as a cursed version with 69% damage scaling. Like, even if you say before that, Dex, it's not targeted, the game doesn't target you, it's not out for you. You know, and it's just a random chance that a sniper gun appears 3 times, and when you need it, it never appears. But in that video, where we can't take it, appears 3 times, early on. Like, that was like before wave 15, I believe. And then a 4th time, with 169% damage, so 69% bonus from the curse damage. If you still say it's not targeted, I don't know what to tell you. You're lost. You're just lost. You don't understand anything. You know what? The Destroyer wouldn't even be that bad. Like, yes, it would feel bad, but I think the worst one would have been like a cursed nuclear launcher because we could have used it, right? Like, right away. We didn't need to wait. We could have just used it. That is beautiful. That is also beautiful. You know what? I give up on you. I want to see a bit more in the shop to make sure we get the good things. This is not that... Actually, that's useless. Yeah. That is bonus curse, but not worth the money. This is not bad. It's a little bit of healing, sure. That is also a little bit of healing and damage, nice. That is useless. That is a lot of HP, but we have... Why do we have so much HP? Wait, where's that coming from? I don't even know how we got that much. Okay, very good. But yeah, if you think about, like, do I want to have this as a hype video, as an entertaining video on my main channel? Not really. I think one thing people often misunderstand is I am very picky of what I upload to the main channel, which is not always the case, you know. This always depends on how much content I have available. If I have no ideas at all, this is the time where I become less and less picky because I need something, but I don't have a lot to choose from. But usually I'm very picky and I want to provide something with decent quality or high quality. It varies, you know, depending on what I'm doing, where people go in. And my goal is that people have fun, and after the video, that they say to themselves, you know what, that was worth it. Maybe not every moment, maybe I had to skip a couple of times, because hey, we're talking about a 50-minute video, right? Or 1 hour, 2 hours sometimes. But all in all, that it wasn't a regretful experience. And that is my main goal. I will never take you, so let's banish that. Lifesteal is beautiful. Gobble these nuts, totally useless, we can't use that. That is honestly not horrible. I wouldn't hate this. I think I will attempt to curse it, because now we just round up the build and we don't have that many rounds. Yeah, okay. That's also just cruel. I'll say that. That's also really cruel. Okay? How about we don't do this? How about we give the Dex really good items? Nice. That is actually insane. If it's cursed, because then it's -1 armor. But yeah. So, I'm very picky about the main channel, and like what I see often is when people really enjoy a game, even when it's very popular and I'm at the end of it, like I just feel exhausted by it, I don't want to play it anymore, or there are genuinely no ideas left, people always come with, well, just do something simple, you know, just upload a video about the game, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. And I'm like, yeah, it matters, because of this experience that I just explained. Because if I'm not 100% at it, I don't want to upload it on the main channel, but there are always, you know, droughts where you don't feel like doing something, and I kind of force myself then, but it's important to me that I keep this going, because it's like I'm promising, hey, here you get daily videos, with the exception of when I take a break, obviously, but all in all, you get daily videos, this is my promise to you, and I need to stick to that, because if I don't do it, I become lazier. Like, the more you take breaks, for example, or the more you call in sick at work while it's not true, the more you get used to it as a viable option when you don't feel like it. And I'm a very bad person with this, as in... Nice, cool, nothing got cursed. As in, the moment I start doing it, I will do it again. And again. That was the last wave. you actually managed to fail a 66% chance. Do I see this right? A 66% chance on 2 items. Wow. I almost said a bad word there. That will actually help us out quite a bit. Oh, perfect. Another pet. Weißt du, Kollege? Ja. Okay. We're looking for an instantly cursed one. That doesn't matter. Okay, also funny. Alter, weißt du, lutsch mir einfach die Eier. Ich komme mit dem Kerl nicht mehr klar, ne? Ich sag's dir. Brotato is out for me. And there are people that don't believe this. There are people that think I'm just messing around, joking around. You show them this video. Show them this stupid video. This is actually unbelievable. I actually... You know, there's a degree of things that can happen that I expect. Because I'm used to it by now. But honestly, this even blows my mind. That is a very cool animation. I didn't even know that's a thing. But that actually blows my mind. We just saw the fish hook 3 times in the shop. And you know what the most fun thing about that was? It was exactly after our weapon failed to curse 1 of 2 items. And as to rub it in, you know, it's like, hey, have you considered a 3rd fish hook? It's like, no, it's not cursed, I can't take it. Oh, have you considered a 3rd fish hook? I told you, no, I can't. Oh, have you considered a 3rd fish hook on your last roll, so you can't roll it away anymore? Like, just think about that, how stupid that is. Well, that was it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, you know the drill. See you the next time. Hadida.